Hey everybody, J.R. Hendrick here. I want to talk to you about a service that can save you money. I'm talking about Flash Mobile. There's some good plans anywhere between $32 and about $75 per line. Unlimited talk, text, and data. To find out more details, get with your local ACN distributor. And God bless y'all. The James A. Hendrick School of Leadership and Flash Mobile forever. Leadership, flashing with excellence.
Light shine bright everywhere we go. Music for the people, making music for the people. Light shine bright everywhere we go. Light shine bright everywhere we go.
Leadership, vivacious, full of success and beauty.
Everywhere we go. Music for the people, making music for the people.
Here is our latest details, independent of politics, the James A. Hendrick School of Leadership. Live, it's Fearless Faith Friday. Now, I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I wasn't going to say why I'm a conservative Federalist, but what do you know? When you get the urgings to do so, you better not turn it down, especially if you think it's from the Holy Spirit. Now, first order of business, Thanksgiving. I'm going to tell you something. I am going to have a lovely Thanksgiving. I'm hosting it. I'm having my best friend and his family, who I consider family. I'm hosting them. And I gotta tell you this. If you're doing it alone, please, don't do it alone. Okay? Don't do it alone. Please don't do it alone. Find you some good friends or some support that you can do it with. Because one thing I've discovered is that you can't do it alone. Now, this is the statement that I believe regarding conservative federalism. I believe that governments were instituted of God for the benefit of men, and that He holds men accountable for their acts in relations to them, both in making laws and administering them for the good and safety of society. Good and safety. There is plenty of principles there, no doubt. I'm going to go with what the Lord said here in John chapter 19, verse 11. Jesus answered, "Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivers me unto thee hath the greater sin." So, Biden would not have got, I know some people like to sit there and hiss and moan over the election of 2020. I don't like it very much either. But Biden was given authority in some ways from above. Now, some of it's being usurped by the will of the people, elected people in the U.S. House this past election, given from above, by the way, so let's not be cocky. Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Okay, so that basically my ideology is based on the wisdom ideology in the scriptures. We believe that no governments can exist in peace except such laws are framed and held inviolable as will occur to each individual the free exercise of conscience, the right and control of property, and the protection of life. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right there. This is where I get that, the free exercise of conscience. It's easy. We have a right to liberty. We have a right to free exercise of our religion. We have a right to free exercise of our conscience. Okay? Socialism takes away our conscience. Here's another verse. Joshua chapter 20, verse 3. That the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwillingly may flee thither, and they shall be okay. That's the law governing refuge cities in ancient city of Israel. What I'm thinking here is free exercise of religion and the sanctity of life. Okay, we have a right to do that. Now, I believe that all governments necessarily require civil officers and magistrates to enforce the laws of the same, and that such as will administer the laws in equity and justice should be sought for and upheld by the voice of the people, if republic. Okay, so that tells me something. Now, some people tell me, well, yeah, but Jimmy, you are a Republican. I vote that statewide in Texas because it's the closest thing we got that represents something that's not socialism. But that doesn't mean that I endorse the Republican Party, okay? Salvation is not found in the Republican Party. And you have so many people pontificate. Should Trump run again? Should Trump not run again? We have become such a high reactive society. That's why I'm conservative Federalist. I form my own ideology based on what's in the scriptures. And here's something else. I believe that religion is instituted of God, and that men are amenable to Him, and to Him only, for the exercise of it, unless their religious opinions prompt them to infringe upon the rights and liberties of others. Okay, you see what I mean? we should have freedom of worship. Matthew chapter 22, verse 21 says, this is where they come, I guess it's the Herodians. You know, is it lawful to pay tribute to Caesar or not? And people in Jesus, you know, this is King James Bible says, and just show me a penny, you know, don't tempt me. So they're showing him, and he says, what image and superscription is this? And verse 20 says, they say unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God those things that are God's. Okay? If there is to be any separation of church and state, as Jefferson interpreted it, what it means is that it is not the right of the state to interfere with religious practice. It doesn't mean that people of faith cannot take part in affairs of the state. Also, here's another one. I believe that all men are bound to sustain and uphold the respective governments in which they reside, while protected in their inherent and inalienable rights by the laws of such governments, and that sedition and rebellion are unbecoming every citizen thus protected, and should be punishable accordingly. Okay, so here's the thing. I think that civil obedience should be done in accordance to prudence. The past couple of years, with what I call the devil virus, okay? I'm not going to give it its name anymore. Its official name. Because that just gives him the glory. And I ain't going to do that this close to Thanksgiving. I believe that every man should be honored in his station. Rulers and magistrates as such, being placed for the protection of the innocent and the punishment of the guilty. Okay, so here's something. The Apostle Paul, Romans 13, says, render therefore to all their dues. Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom whom custom is due. Fear to whom fear. Honor to whom honor. Like it or not, Joe Biden is our president. We don't have to like his policies. We don't have to like his policies. But maybe have some respect for the poor man. Okay, I digress. We got to get going. I believe that rulers, states, and governments have a right and are bound to enact laws for the protection of all citizens in the free exercise of their religion, their religious belief. But I do not believe that they have a right, injustice, to deprive citizens of this privilege or prescribe them in their opinions. See, here's the thing. I don't believe there needs to be a national religion. Could be tempted to want that. But it's not It's not something I long for. I do not believe it just to mingle religious influence with civil government, whereby one religious society is fostered and another prescribed in the spiritual. See, that goes against what the national religion thing, okay? The founding fathers didn't want that, but they think it's okay to have some religious influence in government, so long as the national religion is not declared. Now, here's something else. I believe that men should appeal to the civil law for redress of all wrongs and grievances where personal abuse is inflicted. Okay, you see, here's this thing. One more thing, I'm going to say this. I believe it just preach the gospel to the nations of the earth. That's just me being a Latter-day Saint, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. I may vote Republican in Texas, but my heart nationally says Conservative Federalist. And why? It's in accordance to the wisdom ideology of the Scriptures. Okay? You want to sit there and hiss and moan because you ain't getting what you want? Let me tell you something that's very pathetic. Very pathetic. And I don't think we have the right to be that way. We don't. Okay? Wake up and see it as it is. You hear me? Wake up and see it as it is. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership classroom. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and be proactively informed. I'm going to let you know there is going to be a weekend edition. We are talking about, tomorrow I'm going to talk about more matters of faith, why I'm a Latter-day Saint. And then the week of Thanksgiving, minus Thanksgiving Day, of course, I'm going to be giving you guys some neat content. So get ready. God bless you.